Okay everyone, welcome back to CBD Yoga and Fitness, and welcome back to Yoga for the Bros. If it's your first time, dude, welcome. Today is episode 3, and today we will be doing a yoga for flexibility sequence. So when you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. Okay guys, so let's begin this sequence coming into all fours. So stacking the hands underneath the shoulders, keeping the fingers spread wide, stacking the knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet pushing into the mat here. And then once we have this nice foundation, let's just simply extend our right leg out long, curling the toes. And you can rock back and forth here if that feels nice, just really breathing into the back of that right leg. So in this sequence, we're going to be focusing a lot on increasing our flexibility. So one of the most common answers I get, or I guess you could call it an excuse, when I ask someone, especially a dude, if they do yoga or if they've ever done yoga, the common answer I get is, oh, I don't do yoga, or I can't do yoga because I'm not flexible. And I never really understood that. Like, the whole point of doing yoga is to, get more flexible, essentially. So that's what we will be focusing on today. So give yourself a pat on the back for just showing up. And then from here, let's step our right foot over our left leg. Look back over our left shoulder, back at our right foot here. And you can continue to rock back and forth. Breathing. And from here, let's come back to all fours, and we'll take it over to the other side. Extending that left leg long, curling the left toes, rocking back and forth. Hands stay active here. From here, let's step our left foot over our right leg, look back over our right shoulder, back at our left foot. Continue to rock. Exhale, come back to all fours. From here, let's curl the toes, shift our hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Keeping the fingers spread wide, hands still actively pushing into the mat. And feel free to pedal out your feet here, really waking up the back of the legs still. Coming back to your breath. When you're ready, just come to a neutral position here. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Now from here, let's heel toe, walk our feet up behind our hands. We'll take a forward fold here. So keeping the knees bent generously here, you can grab opposite elbows, swing them side to side if that feels nice, or you can just hang out here. And from here, when you're ready, keep the chin tucked into the chest, and we'll slowly roll it all the way up, stacking the spine. The chin is the last to lift. Coming into a mountain pose, roll your shoulders back here. Breathe. From here we'll do one sun salutation here, so let's inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat, elbows hug in, hips stay elevated. Inhale, baby cobra, gaze down, no wrinkles in the neck here. And exhale, shift it back to downward facing dog, breathe. And on your next inhale, let's lift our right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between our hands, lower the left knee down, left shoelaces down. And on our next inhale, let's rise up, coming into a nice low lunge. So finding our foundation here, let's keep our right knee over our right ankle. And let's try and keep our hips in one line. So a lot of us, our right hip may be coming forward. So see if you can draw that right hip back just a little bit. And bring that left hip forward. Arms can come up overhead. Keeping that core slightly engaged. Breathe here. Awesome stretch for the hips and the psoas muscle. And then on our next exhale, let's imagine our hands are covered in paint. And paint an imaginary wall down with your hands to the mat. Continue to paint your mat down, shifting the hips back, keeping that right foot flexed here. If you have a block, you can use a block. Or if you don't have a block, you can use another household prop like a football here to rest your right hand on. Really breathing into the back of the right leg there. And on your next exhale, let's shift it back forward. From here, let's keep our left hand planted in the mat. Lift our left leg up off the mat and pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with that right hand. Bringing that right hand up towards the sky. We'll take a couple breaths here. And exhale, bring that right hand down. We'll step it back to downward facing dog. Breathe. And on your next inhale, let's lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend that left knee. Step that left foot up in between the hands. Lower the right knee down, right shoelaces down. And on your next inhale, rise up, nice low lunge. Finding our foundation here, keeping that left knee over left ankle, hips stay in one line. So on this side, a lot of us will be drawing our left hip back and our right hip forward, keeping that core slightly engaged, arms up overhead, breathe. And on your next exhale, again, imagine your hands are covered in paint. Paint an imaginary wall down with your hands to the mat. Continue to slide your hands down the mat, coming into runner stretch on this side. So again, keeping that left foot flexed, Really breathing into the back of the left leg. If you have a prop, you can rest your left hand on a prop here. Breathe. Exhale, shift it forward, set the prop to the side. And from here, let's plant our right hand in the mat, lift our right leg up off the mat, and pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with that left arm, reaching that left hand up towards the sky. Breathe here. Exhale, plant the left hand down, and we'll step it back to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. Feeling more flexible already. On your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, this time, bring the right knee right behind the right hand. Lower the left leg down. Extend that left leg out long a little bit. Keeping that right foot flexed here. And we'll come into a pigeon pose here. So a few options. If this is enough for you, you can just stay up here with your hands or your fingertips in the mat. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can come on down to the forearms. Maybe you come all the way down here. Resting the forehead in the mat. Just honor wherever you are today. And again, if you have another prop, maybe not a football, but you can slide it underneath the right glute here. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Awesome stretch for that right hip here. And on your next exhale, slowly, mindfully start to release. Remove the block or the prop if you have one. And we'll step it back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, let's lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. This time bring the left knee behind the left hand. Bring that right leg down, extend that right leg long. Keeping the left foot flexed here. Coming into pigeon pose on this side. Notice how this side is a little bit different. I know for me, my left glute here is a lot more tight, so just be aware of that. Again, if you have a block or a prop, you can place it underneath the left glute. And just come back to your breath. On your next exhale, slowly, mindfully start to release. And we'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. On your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky once again. Exhale, bend the right knee. This time, step the right foot up to the right of the right hand. And we'll come into a lizard pose here. So a few options here. If this is enough for you, you can just stay here. You can also lower that left leg down, left shoelaces down, staying here. Or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can bring the forearms down as well. Again, just honor your body today. We'll stay there for about 5 breaths. On your next exhale, slowly start to release. Make your way back to downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. This time, step the left foot up to the left of the left hand. And again, just notice how this side might be a little bit different. Again, option to keep that right leg lifted, or you can bring that right knee down, right shoelaces down. Awesome stretch for the hips and the hip flexors here. And exhale, mindfully make your way back to downward facing dog. Awesome job, you guys. From here, let's shift forward a little bit, coming into a high plank. And from here, let's take a nice cobra or upward dog. So upward dog, knees off the mat, cobra, knees on the mat. And see if you can roll your shoulders back here, really breathing into the chest, the abdomen. And then on your next exhale, we'll come back into an extended child's pose. So bringing the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, arms extending out long in front of you, forehead can rest in the mat here. On your next exhale, we'll release. And from here, we can make our way onto our bums. And we'll come into head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. So let's start with our right leg, extending our right leg along. Our left foot can come into our right thigh. And let's inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that right leg, and then melt forward. Again, really breathing into the back of the right leg here. Exhale, slowly start to release. From here, we'll take it over to the other side, extending that left leg long, bringing that right foot into the left thigh area. Again, let's inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, shift a little bit towards that left leg and then melt forward. Exhale, slowly release. Great job, you guys. Almost done. From here, let's make our way onto our backs. And once we get to our backs, let's hug our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a little hug here. Rocking side to side, if that feels nice. Now from here, we'll come into a reclined pigeon. So we did the normal pigeon earlier. So reclined pigeon, let's start with our right side. So let's plant the sole of the left foot into the mat and bring the right ankle to rest on top to the left thigh area, or the left quad. And from here, lift that left foot off the ground so your left calf is about parallel with the floor. And from here, you can thread your arms through, grabbing hold of that left thigh. And we'll just breathe into the right hip here, keeping both feet flexed. Exhale, release. We'll take it over to the other side, planting the sole of the right foot in the mat, crossing our left ankle over our right leg, lifting that right foot off the mat. Right calf is parallel with the floor. Again, thread your hands through, grabbing hold of that right leg, keeping both feet flexed. Really breathing into the left hip here. Exhale, release. Now from here we'll come into reclined butterfly. So simply just bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open up wide. Hands can rest down by your sides, or you can have one hand on your belly, the other one on your heart. Just letting the hips open up naturally here. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, one of my favorite hip openers. Or if you want, we can rock up back into a seated position of your choice. Wherever you are, let's bring our hands together at our hearts. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to get one of the Yoga for the Bros shirts, I will include the link down below. When you're ready, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.